Hi, this is Sandy Carter, the author of The New Language of Marketing 2.0. We've been focused on the ANGELS framework to guide us to adding some of the new techniques and tactics into our traditional marketing mix. Today we're going to focus in on the N, nailing the strategy and telling the story. A couple different places that you can insert some of these new techniques to your traditional marketing. The first is on your focus of corporate social responsibility. If you look at the recent study that IBM did of 1,100 CEOs, they will tell you that corporate social responsibility is #1 priority for CEOs around the world, which means that your customers are focused here as well. Now, what they're looking for is for you to demonstrate commitment of that strategy and to live the strategy. So how might you leverage that in nailing your corporate social responsibility strategy? Well, one of the ways that you can do that is looking at how you could use online to prove that you're living your strategy. An example in the book is around IBM's Project Green, where we leverage Second Life to do demonstrations. Now, how does that demonstrate our commitment to our corporate social responsibility strategy? Well, what it allows us to do is to have customers view our demos without traveling, thus preserving their carbon usage, showing and living our commitment to green every day. Now, another way that you can focus in on nailing your strategy and using Web 2.0 to do it is by looking at your branding strategy. In the past, marketeers, much as myself, controlled the message of the brand. We really did a one-way communication. Now with Web 2.0, we've got a two-way communication, which means that in our branding strategy, we have to recognize that we are now the orchestrator, the orchestra of the brand, not the controller of the brand. We're conducting what happens, and we can conduct it very successfully online. So if you look at what's happening, your brand will be thrown out there on blogs, on Twitter, on Facebook, and the way that you respond to that, your strategy for responding and influencing that brand online will make the difference in the power of your brand. Now, the final thing that we are going to do is we're going to look at roles. Now, why is role so important to your strategy? Well, if you think about the way you segment your marketplace, as you segment your marketplace, if you segment by industry, one of the things you'll notice on a global basis is that healthcare industry in the US is very different from that in Europe, or very different from that in Asia. So probably one of the most global ways to segment your marketplace is by role, because, for instance, a CIO is very much the same in the US as they are in China or in India. So if you look at roles, what Web 2.0 allows you to do online is to gather communities of those people who have similar roles, whether that be like what Adobe has done with Rubicon Consulting in targeting a set of bioscientists, or whether it's like the example that IBM has formed a community around service-oriented architecture with architects and developers. Doing a role-based segmentation can be even more powerful if you use commerce techniques that allow you to target someone who maybe roles change throughout an online purchase cycle. So these are some of the elements that can be impacted by these new techniques as you nail your strategy and you tell a story. Please read many of the case studies in the New Language of Marketing 2.0 to learn more about how to add these tactics to your marketing plan.